So welcome back to another video.
Welcome back.
We're going to be sharing with you today our plans for Disneyland Paris.
It's the 24th today and we are going on the 30th.
And so we're filming this on the 24th, as Kirsty said.
Yeah.
We're going on the 30th for 2 days.
Yeah.
One full day, 2 nights, 1 full day, and then the Sunday we come back, don't we? So we're going out on the Friday. We've got all day there Saturday, most of the day there Sunday,
Yeah.
and then we come back that evening. So what we're going to do, so this is going to be a budget trip.
Yeah.
So we don't spend a lot on our trips anyway, do
No.
we? But this is going to be a particular one because we are going to Florida in August.
Yeah.
So this was very much an impromptu trip. We just felt that we needed to get away. We don't, because we go away every couple of months, but we just felt like we didn't have anything within that, so we just felt that we needed to go and do something. So we booked this, and what we're going to do is we're going to break down the cost. So this whole trip is going to be, the series is going to be called Disneyland Paris on a budget, because we are on a budget. We've got annual passes, so that's going to keep the cost down a little bit as well. Yeah. But what we'll do is just share. We've never done this sort of thing before. If it goes okay and we're okay at it, then maybe we'll do something similar for the Florida one as well. So there is going to be a gap next weekend because we're actually there doing it. So this is coming out obviously now, and then next weekend, the 30th, there's going to be a gap that weekend, and then the actual trip videos are going to start coming out the following week. What we'll probably do is get a few shorts up and a few bits and bobs on Instagram. Go and follow us over there, because we'll be sharing our live updates from not only Disneyland Paris but also whilst we're out in Florida as well.
Lots of stories,
lots of pictures, just to follow us along as well, just day to day as well. So we'll get into it. This time we're actually going to be driving.
Yes.
This time we're actually going to be sharing the driving.
Yes.
First time we drove, Kirsty drove the whole way, there and back. Second time I did it there and back. This time we're going to share it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Maybe sort of like do an hour and a half intervals and things like that as well. So we're going down through the Euro Tunnel. I think it's called Le Shuttle now. So we're doing that, and we're going down Friday evening. Our shuttle is at, so I'm just going to look down, it's at 6:20. So we will then be getting, so it's about a 40-minute shuttle ahead. So we'll actually 6:20. So then it'll be like 7 our time, but then when we get off the other side, it'll be 8.
Yeah, it's going to be
that
about
makes
8
sense. From Folkestone to Calais, that's going to cost us, or that has cost us, £235. So that's the travel done.
Yeah.
We was looking at the Eurostar, weren't we? But that was coming out about £400 each. So even though we've got some extra costs, which we'll tell you about in a minute, it's still coming out so much cheaper.
Yeah, so
and
much
then,
cheaper.
Then sort of it's just a way, again, keeping the budget down. Yes, there's a bit more involved for us because we can't just sit there and just be ferried there. We've got to physically drive there, which is what we'll tell you about now.
So we've worked out that the journey from Calais to the hotel that we're staying at is about 192 miles, which works out to 309 kilometres. It's going to take us about just over 3.5 hours. So it's quite a journey, it's quite a drive, but obviously if we share that, that's going to be what, about 1 hour 45 drive each. Yeah. So it's not too bad all in all.
So what's that? So we get off at 8.
Last time, because last time we did get there about 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
that was a lot.
That was a real one long slog. So probably get there about 12. But that's not too bad. No. Still
give us a good night's sleep before we go in the next day. The other thing to consider is another sort of cost is the fuel. Obviously
we're in sort of Essex Hertfordshire border, so we get on the M25.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half there.
To get there.
Then 3.5
or so costing fuel. Yeah. And then the other cost to consider is the tolls. So the roads in front to Paris is all toll roads. It's two really long roads, isn't it?
So easy.
It's very, very easy drive, but it's boring, especially if it's late at night. It's quite hard work. But those tolls are about £20 each way, so that's another sort of £40 in total on the trip. But like Ben said, it's still much cheaper than getting the Eurostar.
So our total travel is going to cost about £375 if I do the quick maths on it. But we'll make sure we've sort of tallied everything up somewhere and give you an overview right at the end of just exactly the breakdown of all the costs that we're expecting to accrue. So so we've got a 3.5 hour drive. It is what it is. We've done it a couple of times before. It's not great, but it is what it is. Just keeps the cost down for us, especially when we're going away when we get back it's 5 weeks.
Yeah, till we get,
So until we actually fly out to Florida, so we're very sort of pretty much on top of it. So so that's another way of the way that we've made it cheap. We've got the Magic Plus pass, which I think we paid about $3.50 for.
Yeah, I think it was $3.49.
Again, an annual pass. We've gone. This is our 3rd trip on this annual pass usage, so we really are sort of bleeding it dry. And we're probably going to go again in September. Again, going off of on a bit of a tangent, because the Marvel show should be back then, and we didn't catch that last time because they kept bloody cancelling it. So the hotel that we're staying at, Kirsty loves the hotel side of it, so I'll let Kirsty do this.
It's the Residence du Parc in Val d'Europe. It's a kind of cheap and cheerful hotel, isn't it?
Again, budget,
but it's perfect for us. It's like a 1-bedroom studio, so it's obviously like double beds. It's got a small kitchenette with like fridge, small hob,
good
toaster, kettle.
Going into the budget side, get your drinks in the supermarkets, and then take them in with you.
Fridge and everything to keep them cool, because it should, fingers crossed, be nice and hot when we're there.
Should be.
And then obviously bathroom. Last time we stayed there, we have stayed there once before.
Yes.
It was like shower, bath, which was quite nice after a long park day to sit in the bath and have a bit of a chill.
Yeah, stew in your mug.
Yeah. So that we've got that for the 2 nights. That's cost us £174. We did get a slight discount on that, but when we checked on booking.com, which was the cheapest place elsewhere that we could find it, that was £188, so not much more. We didn't get much.
We've got a bit of a discount, but it's worth getting the discount.
Always worth it.
We've got agents' rates, so yeah, we didn't save a huge amount, but it's a saving.
It really
is a saving, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
So what we've got is, if I've done my maths right, so we've got all the costs here. You'll see them as I'm sort of saying this. You'll see that sort of the total cost is coming to £549. That's for both of us to get to France, get to Disneyland Paris, stay, and then obviously we're going to have our theme park costs and things like that, which we're going to try and keep down. So the whole thing of this is sometimes we're a little bit extravagant with the places that we go to eat. We are thinking maybe trying to get Marvel downtown thingy, what's it called, downtown restaurant, because we haven't done that one, and that's the only one that I actually wanted to do, but we've never been able to get in. So that might be the one time that we push the boat out a little bit, but I think that's only good about 40-50 quid each. And we have tried all the others, basically. And we've tried to get a reservation for that every time we've gone. Probably the last like 5 times that we've gone, we've never been able to get one. So we're gonna chance our arm this time and just go straight up to the concierge and see if we can get a booking. Someone gave me a tip on Instagram. Again, Instagram, here it is. So someone gave us a tip saying that they've been recently, and that they've managed to get reservations fine. So we might try that. But again, the whole way through this trip, it is very much Disneyland Paris on a budget. We're going to be letting you know how much we spend, and just being quite sort of transparent about things like that as well. So yeah, I mean, other than that, so our plans are, we have got the annual passes, so we will be going in for the early magic hour, so we'll be taking you along with that. So we'll be doing that magic hour on both days, so it's going to be an early start when we get there bloody 12 o'clock at night, and then getting up at 7, which is fine. And when it's only for 2 days, it's not the end of the world, is it? Yeah, but then we're going to be making the most of that. I've got, 1 second. So when we was last there in March or April, I got this. So I will be making full advantage of this on the web slinger ride, which Mum and Dad bought it for me for my birthday, because Mum was out there. If you haven't seen those videos, it was for Jessie's birthday. Go back and check it out. But yeah, so we've got the Iron Man attachment for the web slinger ride. So I bought, well, I keep saying I bought it, but I had it out there on the last day, but we was just absolutely finished and we didn't want to queue up, so I didn't get to use it. So I had it in my bag, but I didn't get to use it. So this time I will be making use of this and letting you know whether it's worth the money, because ultimately it's not my money that is spent on it, but obviously I don't like if it's not worth it. So hopefully it's nice and straightforward. I'll maybe speak to a cast member before and I'll let you know how I get on being Iron Man for the day. But yeah, other than that, I think we're just going to be going around, because Kirsty last time, she was having quite a bad back problem. She just had an operation on her back, so wasn't really able to get on Thunder Mountain or anything like that. Andrew was unwell. So it was just like a really
It was a bad trip
bad
for me.
time really for Kirsty. So hopefully get on Thunder Mountain this time.
Yeah.
Just take it easy, see what we can get through.
Yeah, I
But,
still don't want to push it because I
No.
don't want to jeopardise Florida,
Yeah,
but I still want
yeah.
to do some more of the things. But I just want to soak up the atmosphere, soak up a bit of sunshine while we're there.
We've been probably 10 times
Yeah.
since 2018-ish.
Yeah, something like that.
And we've been twice when it's hot.
Yeah.
Every other time we've been sort of winter months because we've always
Yeah.
gone to Florida in the summer months or spring months.
Yeah.
So it'd be quite nice to go there and
Be warm
not
again.
wear a coat. So even if it rains, it's not going to be cold.
No.
So it might rain on Saturday.
Is what it is.
It says it might be 21 and rainy on Saturday and then 30 degrees on Sunday. So
Sunday.
we're going to have a bit of nice weather so we can get some nice videos and pictures of the scenery. Whereas at the moment every picture that we've got is of a bloody
Is it with
grey
grey
clouds and
clouds?
us wearing hoods and
Yeah.
woolly hats and things. So anyway, I'm rambling on a little bit. So yeah, so we've got this video's coming up, so not next week, the week following, so 8th of July, which is his birthday weekend. But this is why we're going next weekend, because we didn't want to be away for that particular weekend. And the following weekend, if you don't know, that weekend is a pain, because that's Bastille weekend.
Bastille weekend, yeah.
And we've been twice for that, and that was a pain.
Busy.
Yeah, 'cause the whole of France is off,
Yeah.
especially the whole of Paris. So anyway, rambling again. So yes, so those videos are going to start coming out on the weekend. It might be the Friday the 7th, it might be the Saturday the 8th, but they'll start be coming out that weekend. Then we probably have 2 or 3 videos, and then we'll probably do something very similar to this about how Florida trip plans, which would probably be a bit more involved
Yes.
because we've got some Florida trip plans and they're quite extensive.
Yeah.
So hopefully you like this video. We've never done anything like this before, so hopefully it's come out okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's interesting. But yeah, make sure you've subscribed, give us a like, and if you want to see sort of how to do Florida, Disneyland Paris on a budget, then come along.
Yeah, come along guys and see how we do it.
Yep, don't be a stranger.
Don't be a
Goodbye.
stranger. Bye.